Headmorel is a global banking and brokerage firm that has 140 offices across 64 countries. The firm has a complex IT infrastructure and uses web servers, databases, and mainframes to support all its services. Headmorel has many developers, testers, and other teams that need to work in parallel to support business transactions. They use CASV to simulate constrained or unavailable systems across the software development lifecycle, rapidly develop and test applications. The Headmorel operations team uses CA release automation to deploy these applications on a series of complicated, multi-tier, and service-oriented architectures. Let's assume they have to make a simple change to a deployed application, and they want to be able to test that change. In order to test the simplest of changes, they need access to the entire environment that includes production databases and external applications. They don't always have access to these elements, and it slows down their release cycle. When the Headmorel operations team has approached CA, their solution consultant has recommended that Headmorel integrate CARA with CASV. After the integration, the Headmorel operations team don't have to wait for a dedicated environment. They can test and release the application by using a virtualized backend. Hence, the integration will help the Headmorel team automate complex, multi-tier release deployments throughout the SDLC. It also accelerates application release cycles and promotes collaboration and alignment between development and operations. The steps involved to integrate CARA with CASV are: launch Automation Studio, download the agent and install it on DevTest server, download and install the action pack for CASV. Integrate CARA with CASV by using Action Pack. In this video, you will learn how to integrate CARA with CASV. Log into the Release Automation server. You can observe the CARA page is launched. Under the Automation Studio section, click Launch. This launches the Automation Studio. Automation Studio for CARA provides a complete system for designing and publishing processes to consistently deploy applications across environments. Click Save to save the Java Network Launch Protocol file. Navigate to the Downloads directory. Double-click the JNLP file to install the Java plugin. Click Run to start the CARA application. Log into Automation Studio by specifying a username and password. The Automation Studio is launched. Select the Administration tab and click Agent Management. You can observe servers that are currently connected. The server, which is unreachable, is the DevTest server that is not connected. To make it available, let's switch to DevTest server. This completes step 1. Let's proceed to step 2, that is to download and install the agent on DevTest server. Browse to this URL to launch the CARA application. Select Agent Setup, Windows, from the Download Agent Setup drop-down, and click Download. Click Save to save the Nolio Agent Windows file. Navigate to the Downloads directory. Select the Nolio Agent Windows file, and double-click it. Next, click Run to start the CARA application. The welcome page of CARA Agent Setup Wizard is displayed. Click Next to start the installation. In the License Agreement page, scroll down to view the license agreement. Click the I accept the agreement option. In the System Requirements page, verify the system requirements for the agent installation. Click Next to continue. In the Select Destination Directory page, specify the destination directory to install the RA agent. In the Release Automation Agent Service Configuration page, uncheck Install Service with Local System Account. Here, it is mandatory to uncheck this option, as you need to install the service with an administrator privilege. Next, specify the service username and the service user password. Here, you have defined the credential for RA agent service. Accept the default port number. The port 6600 acts as a listening port through which agent communicates with the server. Specify the node ID as DT server. Here, the node ID is a server name. Specify the execution server name and TCP port. The agent that you have downloaded will report to the execution server. You can observe the RA agent installation get started. Once the installation is completed, the agent contacts the RA server. This is because any task that the RA server performs in any other machine will be through these agents. Accept the default value and click Next. Click Finish to complete the agent installation. Let's log into the DevTest portal. In DevTest portal, you will use CASV actions in CARA that processes to manage virtual service deployments. Click Manage, and then Expand Virtual Services. Select the Kiosk v5 virtual service. To deploy Kiosk v5 virtual service, right-click on it, and click Deploy. You can observe, a Deploy Virtual Service dialog is displayed. Click Deploy. To check the deployed Kiosk v5 virtual service, click Monitor, and then click Virtual Services. The DevTest console page is launched. Enter the credentials to log into the DevTest console. Under the DevTest network pane, click VSE. Here, you will deploy a Model Archive (MAR) file to VSE as a virtual service. You can observe, the deployed virtual service Kiosk v5 is in the running state. To stop the Kiosk v5 virtual service in VSE, right-click on it, and click Stop. Click Yes to stop the Kiosk v5 virtual service. Now that you have stopped the virtual service, let's automate the deployment status. Navigate to the DevTest 8 directory, and open Lisa Properties file to change the configuration. Here, you have set the configuration for CARA to invoke CASV. Search for this property, and remove the tag, if it is commented. In order to run the CASV MAR actions, you need to verify if the SV invoke test root is set at Lisa property, or not. This has to be verified before you start the registry. Switch to the CARA server, and open the Automation Studio. Select the Administration tab, and click Agent Management. You can observe, the new agent that you have added in the DevTest server is displayed here. Let's click the arrow icon to add the DT server agent to the S server group. You can observe, the DT server agent has been added to the ES server group. Next, click Test Agent Management. Select the DT server, and click the arrow icon. Here, you have added the agent to test servers. This completes step 2. Now that you have installed the agent on DevTest server, next you need to download and install the action pack for CASV. The action pack for CASV contains actions that enable you to create workflow processes that perform operations in CASV. Browse to this URL to download the SV action pack. Scroll down to find the jar file. Right-click on the Nolio CA Lisa Actions jar file, and click Save Target As. Click Save to save the file. Launch the Automation Studio. Select the Administration tab, and click Agent Management. Click the plus icon to import the action pack that you have downloaded. Select the downloaded jar file, and click Open. Select the jar file, and click Import. You can observe that the operation of importing action packs is successfully completed. Click Close. The action pack gets added under the Package View tab. This completes step 3. Let's proceed to step 4, that is to integrate CARA with CASV by using the action pack. You can observe all the action pack files under the Nolio CA Lisa Actions package. Click Design and then click Components in the navigation panel. Click the plus icon, and click New Application from the drop-down list. Specify the name and the description of the application. By default, the process name and the number of server types are given. Click Create Application. The application contains environments, users, processes, and components. You can observe the application is created successfully. When you create an application, Automation Studio creates a process. Now, let's create actions to the new application. Expand the default component and select Actions. Click New Action. Actions are the basic operations that run during deployment. Select the SV Start Virtual Service action and click Choose. Specify the SV server name, SV username, SV user password, and virtual service name. Click Save to save the changes. Here, you need to define the inputs of the actions, as you need to create instances of actions that are used in flows and processes. You can observe that the action for SV Start Virtual Service has been created successfully. Click the arrow icon to test the action. Select the DT Server Testing Agent from the drop-down list and click Run. After successful execution of the test, a message confirms that the Kiosk V5 virtual service has started successfully. Switch back to the Dev Test server. Open the Dev Test console and then the Services tab. You can observe the Kiosk V5 virtual service is now running. You have now learned how to integrate CARA with CASV. Please visit CA Education website to learn more about CASV and CARA.